Right for two. Let's take a look now at some of the teams that have been blocking shots by the truckload since the All-Star break. The Hornets, number one.
I mean, they've got the intimidation factor down low. Their shot blocking really gives them a reputation, and teams may grow reluctant to want to force the action inside.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Goran Dragic.
Give it up for your Heath Jackson.
In the second half of the season, you get an idea of the Hornets and where they stand statistically now. First in blocks, second in rebounding, three-point percentage, that is.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times that gets in your head.
Hornets trail by 4. Walker with it. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. With the teardrop, that's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
And Lynn with a clear path to the hoop. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Stolen by Walker. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And White with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Out. Outside Leonard. Outside Lynn. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lynn. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And the Hornets lead by 2.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here's White. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Stevenson. How last month turned out for him. He's getting around 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Walker against White, and White with the block. And Lynn comes to help. And it's White missing. Charlotte in the lead. Here's the break. Here's Batum. Here's Walker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hornets.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum. And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And those can often come back to haunt you, Greg. They've got to focus and really make the most of the chances.
And the foul called on Myers Leonard. The Heat have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And as a unit, they're shooting. 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Kaminsky sets the pick for Batum. Charlotte again missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control. He's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Leonard, no luck.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
White the pass to Stoudemire. Back to White from the top of the key. They grab their own miss, and it's Laverne missing.
And all. They've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg. Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Charlotte, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, Miami tied up with them.
And checking out Charlotte, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
1:32 left in the first. And Walker kicks to Lin. Feeds it to Batum. Some nice passing here by Charlotte. Shot clock at 5.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting. And it's White missing. Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
They needed to make a few runs, but it just never happened for them. And when you can't string things together, it's tough sledding. It's a tough way to go.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The three from Leonard. No good. And it's Miami the other way. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And it's White missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And there's Myers Leonard on the assist by Batum. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. It's all tied in Miami. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. You know, just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, you know, forever.
You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38. % for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level. And that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating it.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Jeremy Lin, also Jeremy Lamb out there, and it's Stokes into the four. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder had a difficult game. He ended with 7 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. The iron was quite unkind to him as shot after shot ricocheted off the rim. He'll be looking to have a much better time out this contest, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great job. You know, even the best players have weak games, guys. And I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, you know, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
That is the question, Greg, and I'm guessing he can. I'm sure he's discouraged, but he won't dwell on it. He knows how to deal with having an off night.
On defense, Charlotte. And Lynn comes to help. White dishes to Zeller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. But they get it back. And it's White missing. 4-on-3 break. There's the foul. That's on Jeremy Lamb. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Miami trailing. And here's Winslow. His last outing, 16 points for him. White against Lynn. And it's White missing. Hornets shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And it's Jeremy